Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. That one good for 33 and a first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
You know a team likes you when they make a trade up and then select you, and Breland Speaks found that out from Kansas City. The tackle from Ole Miss, a nice play right there, something that we saw often in college. And who could ever forget that big play made against Mississippi State where he recovered the fumble, a little smile and a wave at the Bulldog bench.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. They run for it with Carson, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll give it to him up the middle. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds here. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out come the Chiefs now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll let it fly in the direction again. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And Gibbs got it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little game. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here. Looking downfield for Kelsey. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Back to throw now on second and 10. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cassius Marsh in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. Third and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Ted Ginn, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's caught right side, Dixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing is Wilson. And the tight end, Dixon, left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I'll go special.
A carry now for McKissick. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. This is caught. He got 29 yards that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson taking it in. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Leopard! Gone!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
They'll look to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Here's a carry for the former Dolphin. It's Damian Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 3rd and 4.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Flushed out right. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. And this is no good as well. He's missed twice now, and that's the difference in this ball game. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Wilson throws right side, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Gotta go.
From the gun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. And Dixon in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Big jumbo! Big jumbo! Big jumbo! Check. 14. There.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Frank Clark. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. 12. Let's go, 14.
From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Here's Elliott. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
34 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a 1st down. Then you look up, you've got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that, indeed. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Cassius Marsh in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way down, and that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that will shave one more off this lead. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Here's Carson, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Spread left, spread left. 19.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
95, 95. 12. Check 4. 12. Tempo.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Anthony Hitchens in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play.
Detroit! Gun! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
On second down, Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense.
And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second and 10 now, Wilson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A very solid gain of 27. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Myers connects on the PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now here comes Kansas City. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Leopard!
They go to Elliott again. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They're going to look to throw. Got a man. It's Amendola. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Elliott, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Again, it's Elliott. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Wilson wants to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
Don't take forever, okay? Zebra.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas.
Now it's Carson. And now running right
through it.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with Carson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Go get it right here. Come on.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Trey Madden, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Seahawks, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon.
Thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Mean I'm a buyer, now lacing no femur. I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it, the is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Why I ain't holding around? Just a little Merlin, now the cutie. Now I don't give a, tell me what.